Tim has heard this, but the other 2 people by you never heard it.
Okay.
The doctor gave me 6 months to live. They never. So her and Jewell, my son, never heard it.
When?
So that's why I sped up the album and I sent you what I sent you, because he gave me 6 months. So I wanted to do something positive than just all the dick sucking records and pretty much what was popular back in those days.
You're right.
So my grandkids can have something that they're proud of their Nana Jewell. So when I talked to Sharitha, she didn't even know. And I said, this guy, Art, he doesn't know that I'm about to probably give him what would become some of the most, because remember when I asked you, how do you break your interviews down? And you was like, oh, I do them sometimes 15-minute segments. Just, you're probably gonna have some of the most iconic footage out there before I do this final documentary. Because it's not gonna be long. But I beat the odds, because 2019 was my first diagnosis, and I have all the paperwork to substantiate the longevity of my life. I died at Walmart and they brought me back to life. Now, Jewell was around for that. And the guy that actually saved my life, he used to be an EMT in Puerto Rico. And his name was Javier. So he was the one that actually pumped me until the ambulance got there when I stopped breathing at the register and saved my life. So I've held this from most of my family because I've always tried to be the strong one and not really let them know what was going on with me, because I just didn't want them to know. So I'm giving you a very special blessing right now. And I feel good about it because Sharitha told me you was a good dude. And all the stuff you did for Gonzo's family, I want to be instrumental in these videos and put some more money back in your pocket, because not too many people would just come out of their pocket to make sure artists that have never given them anything has a proper burial. So me and Brandy, and she didn't know at the time, sister, give me a tissue. We just started. It's so funny because when I first came up with Rawhide, it was recording artists with health issues. We've been losing a lot of our recording artists lately. And I told her to start a Facebook page called Rawhide, recording artists with health issues. And we're gonna randomly help one recording artist from the 80s or the 90s. Because at that time, you know, the record companies, they didn't get you health insurance. So you basically had to pay for everything medically out of your pocket. And at that time, they wasn't telling you to like sign up for Lords of London and, you know, protect your voice and stuff like that, your most valuable assets. So a lot of these people like Gonzo and Nate Dogg, they died without really any money to take care of their kids, their families. So we started a Facebook page called Raw High Productions and Raw High Incorporated. And we're gonna use whatever money from the donations and actually assist, like you did, in burying some of these people that don't have life insurance, maybe paying for some of the hospital bills, or in my case, a double lung transplant, which it ain't, well, I ain't gonna say that because God is a good God. I might can come up with $1 million within the next 6 months. But I'm a joyful person. Like, they're really sad right now because I never said nothing to them, but I lift their spirits because God is a good God. And I live actually past 2 years of my death sentence. And I probably came close to death 4 times, aside from this lung injury illness. So we're going to take a small break while I clear my face and straighten up my makeup. But I wanted to make sure you, young man, because you do so much good out there with getting the right information, because you get to the root of where the info comes from and you try to give the fans and other people a chance to know the truth. And I respect you so much, my brother. I really do. So October 29th, Love Plus Pain Equals Music is coming out. And I will be able to leave something positive to my legacy other than just the degrading songs. And I mean, they were fun. I'm not gonna lie. They were fun to do at that time because that's what was selling. Too Short did bitch. And back in those days, that's what we was doing. So it was very fun to do. But Art, the Dialogue, and my homie Kyle, who I just met, you guys are going to have some epic footage because you are very well deserving. When a person gives his heart to help others and asks nothing in return, God, he appreciates that. And he wants you to know you're doing a great job. Some of it, they don't always understand the way you have to go about getting your information, but you're a good dude. And I want to thank you for this opportunity to do the interview with you. And I want to say God bless you, and may he continue to bless all your endeavors because you're a good dude. Art the Dialogue.